Kumbaya, my lord. This isn't just kumbaya talk. Purpose drives impact. Looking to empower up your day? Tune in to Evolve Together with Empower People on ESPN Richmond, powered by Mike King Biz. Join me, host and Empower People founder Tiffany Joy Greene, MBA, as I bring dynamic leaders, change makers, and entrepreneurs to share their journeys, challenges, and successes while driving their purpose to drive positive impact and empower people. Empower People is an organization that provides education, connection, and support to mission and purpose-driven leaders to drive positive impact and empower people. Catch us every Tuesday at 5 a.m. on ESPN Richmond and join Empower People today. What are you waiting for? We even have a free membership. That's right, free. Visit www.empowerpeople.org. That is MPWRPeople.org. You can also visit us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Evolve Together. Oh my gosh, it feels like deja vu. I think we're doing the Evolve Together with Empower People show. The reason why I say this, folks, by the way, we just recorded a show with Evolve Together with Empower People for our ESPN Richmond radio show, but we're actually recording another show, aren't we, Chris? We're recording to give you some big news.
Yep, that's right. If you feel like you're about to get some insider scoop, it's probably because you are.
Yes, and if you see me bouncing up and down in my seat, you know I'm giddy. You know me. That means, oh my gosh, he's excited. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. So, what are we here to talk about? We're here to talk about two things. So first and foremost, it's official, people. Chris has drunk the Kool-Aid. He likes the Kool-Aid. He's drinking copious amounts of the Kool-Aid. He is now officially a part of Empower People, and he is our now Chief Operating Officer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Chris, how does it feel to have drank the Kool-Aid?
Well, it's been many years since I drank Kool-Aid, but if that is the analogy we're going with, it's definitely great because that is my favorite Kool-Aid. But I'm super.
That's a color, by the way, of our branding. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Yeah, that's true. It is kind of a grape color. Yeah. So now it all makes sense. I was lured in by the grape color. So no, to use an antiquated term, jazzed. I'm super jazzed to be here as the new COO, freshly minted. It's always kind of bittersweet to wrap up your own business and join in another adventure, but I'm super excited and I hope that what I've learned over the last 20, 25 years will be an advantage for Empower People and all of our clients and our community at large.
I have to say, I think the reason why we just gel so well together is because of our purpose alignment. When we first met, I was saying purpose, and you were using some different language, but literally that meant the same thing. And we were like, because it's like, how often are you meeting people that are, really talking the talk, right? And then not only just talking the talk, but then really trying to implement something and to really make that positive change. And that's what drew me to you. And if anybody who's watching this has not listened to Chris's TED Talk, highly recommend it. You get to know a little bit more about Chris and his the personal side. Is that fair for me to say, Chris? The personal side and why he is the way he is today.
No, it's definitely fair. I have I will characterize it as an outsized desire to improve the community that I live in and communities all over the place. And then I have a strong belief that in order to improve our communities, we have to improve the businesses that are inside those communities, because small businesses and small business leadership and nonprofit leadership and from a pure leadership and involvement perspective are the meat and potatoes, right? Those are the folks that have the ability to have the largest impact. So that is my has been my personal mission for a long time, and it just really aligned with Empower People's mission of learning, growth, and development, not only inside businesses but inside communities. So, and developing a purpose-driven ecosystem. So it was a nice natural progression and fit for me. So if you do watch my TED Talk, you'll understand a little bit about my background and why I have this uh, purpose-driven business mindset, particularly around food insecurity or food security and education and community development. So yeah, I hope everybody will go and check that out. It's "Wanna Be a Hope Dealer." You can find it on YouTube or the TED sites. But I appreciate you taking me in off the streets, so to speak, Tiffany, and giving me a chance.
It's funny that you said take you off the streets because if you know my personal story, I was actually on the street. I was homeless for a period of time when I was a teenager. And that's part of the reason my why to create Empower People is to empower all people so nobody feels alone, right?
Right.
And it's interesting because when you look at the statistics, right? There's two important statistics that I'd want to, everything you said, these statistics back it up. So, small businesses employ 99% of the people in this country.
Mhm.
That's pretty telling. So when we say small businesses are the cornerstone of our economy and our communities, well, if they're employing 99% of the people in this country, that's pretty significant, right? 99%. And then secondly, an important statistic is research has been done to say that did you know that 70% of entrepreneurs had adverse childhoods? Right?
Yeah. Interesting.
So it's just interesting. So, when we talk about business, a lot of times we say, oh, it's business, it's not personal. And you and I, Chris, are like, whatever. We're one human being. We're not fractioned off 50%.
Yep.
And so this is very much personal. When we're helping people, when we're trying to empower people and give them that education, connection, and support within their business, it doesn't, while we may be focusing mostly on business and leadership and skills and all that, it has a measurable effect on their personal lives as well. Because
Yep.
again, we're not two human beings wrapped into one. We're still, yeah, only one. So I'm really excited about it. And you gave it away because I know people heard me say the Hope Dealer. And so yes, usually most superhero names I come up with, but this one, Chris came up with all on his own, the Hope Dealer. But it is good and it does make people go, the what dealer? And I like that because it's kind of funny. So, uh, so he's the COO. He's the yin to my yang. If you know me, I think it's great. So we have this purpose alignment, but we have different skill sets too, which, we have a little bit of overlap, but we also have some uniqueness. And in a partnership, that's what you're looking for. So this seemed to be just, I hate to say perfect because nothing in life is perfect, but as close to perfect as you could get, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's talk about our second announcement.
Okay.
Are you excited? We're just as, I mean, no offense, Chris, but I'm just as excited about this too. So, no competition here, but I'm about just as excited. So, if you've been listening to me for ad nauseum about purpose, right? One of the things I talk about is that for-profits and nonprofits are more same than they are different, right? They're more similar than they are different. And nonprofits need to operate their business like a business and for profits need to be purpose and mission oriented like nonprofits. And if they collaborate, the magic happens, right? Well, now through the Empower People LMS, we can do more than say that. We can help make it happen. And how do we do that, Chris?
Well, so we jokingly the other day came up with and I'm sure this is branded and protected, and I'm
Oh,
going to get
gosh.
a trouble, but we are making a serious effort to be the cookies of of uh, corporate giving to nonprofits. So when I think about as a business owner, nonprofits, all nonprofits are out there trying to solicit donations. right? And they come up with creative ways sometimes to entice you to donate to their cause. You know, they'll have golf tournaments, or they'll give away coffee cups or raffle tickets, or tickets to a gala, right, where you can put on your tux or your best suit or dress and or whatever you choose to wear and go spend the evening with people who also donated. Uh, One of the things that are, is absent from all that is a learning, growth, and development opportunity for the donors. All right, so I can give away as much money as I can possibly stand to give away. Uh, and very few people really offer me the opportunity to use that as a strategic advantage for my business, right? I may get a flash up on a banner, or I may get a coffee cup that I can, but it doesn't offer me the opportunity to grow and develop my business or my people. So what we're offering is very unique. We're offering nonprofits the ability to go and raise revenue, donations revenue, continuous, right? Not just a one and done. They sign up a client inside our LMS. The client benefits, or the donor benefits, because they have learning, growth, and development opportunities. And then the nonprofit benefits because they are raising funds, and the whole agreement, the whole partnership benefits everybody involved. So it's not one-sided. It creates a true partnership, a true ecosystem, and makes our community, our lives, our workplace, and our lives in general better, beyond just the feeling of having donated to a worthy cause.
100%. And so we know it takes money, right? It takes money to make the world go round, as they say, and you got to have money. So nonprofits need money, for-profits need money, and both need money to fuel their mission, their purpose, and help their people. So success of each is required. So if as nonprofits are fundraising with the LMS tool, not only are their businesses, their sponsors, their backers getting something meaningful for their donation that can help their business thrive and be successful. And also, as they grow, guess who else can grow now? The nonprofit. It's a true collaboration. And they
Yeah,
get it because we know that if we succeed together, if we each succeed, we succeed together.
yeah, yeah. While you were talking, it reminds me of going back to my pitch days, right, where I had to come up with a compelling reason inside of 45 seconds or a minute to get somebody to curious enough to talk to me. So if I'm a nonprofit, and I'm looking out at the business landscape today, and I'm thinking, well, uh, what are the major pain points that small businesses and my donors are experiencing right now? Right, we have high employee turnover. We have high hiring costs, and we have a high cost of training and developing people. Right, so those are kind of the three big ones, right? People are constantly moving around, churning, looking for new opportunities. Our LMS can help with all of that, right? Those three things really. You can use it to support your onboarding activities, your training, your continuous development, not to mention those compliance things that you have to do every year, the cybersecurity, the so you know it really solves a couple problems at once. Fundraising for the nonprofits, the ability to for a nonprofit to get away from grants, right, and to get away from uh, the hopefuls, right? The hope. I hope our grant doesn't get cut. I hope the new incoming state or federal legislation supports my program, right? So we can move those nonprofits that benefit our communities the most, and make their health and well-being a part of the community. and at the same time, we can help grow those businesses in the community through education and learning and support. So, advisory support and coaching and all of that is part and parcel of our program. So that's what makes it unique. It's like hiring 20 coaches that help navigate your small business, and it's an invaluable tool.
Yeah, and what an unbelievable message, right? Because sometimes, um, let's be honest, some small businesses feel like people are just asking them for money, right?
Yeah, yeah.
There's no support, there's no backing, you just want my money. And it feels very
Transaction.
lonely, honestly, right? A lot of small business, and everyone's coming to them for that. But if a nonprofit comes to them and says, "Yes, we need your money, but we also know you have needs too, so we want to help satisfy through this fundraiser. We can satisfy your needs that also help us make money." Right? It's a completely different, which is, by the way, marketing 101. Right? Because I think what's happened, especially in the nonprofit space, I'll say it's always like a push, a push, a push on, right? And so you're trying to hit the emotional heartstrings to get that donation. But let's be honest, I'm going to be flat out honest. Not all nonprofits have the capacity really to hit on heartstrings. Not all nonprofits are geared up for that, nor should they. So whoever can create the most in the arms of the angel commercials really goes at the turn. So this is another tool to use. And as I would always say, this is a great fundraising opportunity that will not only obviously bring in the funds, but at a consistent basis month after month, because we also know every business, including nonprofit businesses, have cash flow issues, right? Some months, when is your peak time for giving? It's the quarter four. Well, how is it right now? Quiet, right? The phone's not ringing. You're not getting as many donations coming in. You're going to get a little blip around tax season, but then it's going to get quiet again, right? So this is an opportunity to drive that continuous revenue in throughout the year and have a stable cash flow, which for most businesses is like the dream, right? What business does not want some security? And the other thing too is we're never going to tell you something that isn't true. This isn't to replace everything that you're doing, right? This isn't to replace everything you're doing. Maybe this will replace some of the things that you're doing that isn't really quite effective. That is true, but it's not going to replace everything that you're doing. So some of the fundraising efforts that you're already doing, grants you're already getting, this can be an addition to, and then also think of it as an insurance too, if any of those things do not work out in the future, right? If COVID didn't teach us anything, shame on us, right? COVID can showed us how quick things can pivot, right? So face-to-face events, that wasn't happening for nonprofits, right? So having this is also kind of like, think of it as your insurance, your business continuity, something that can continually be going regardless of what's going on. And I think for nonprofits, I've been on both sides, right? Chris has been on both sides, in the nonprofit space and the for-profit space. And I think that what I'm personally excited about is understand the pain points of each side. And I'm just like so thrilled that we can address the pain points on each side and really develop that bridge between the for-profits and nonprofits.
Yeah, and from an operations, and I'm an operations guy, right? Because that's why I'm the COO. But so I'm an operations guy, and what I love about this for nonprofits and quite frankly for the for-profits is it's a it's an easy, intuitive system. It's not complicated to use. It's not complicated to understand, and it adds significant value for your investment. And as an ops person, value for my investment is what one of the major drivers when I decide what program I'm going to use or when I decide what software I want. Value for my investment is key.
I'd like to just add that we didn't say something I think we should have said, which is, and I know your coworkers, aka your furry friends, are barking. Um, the LMS that we have is so affordable. So our learning management system that we use is so affordable. Um, It's a nonprofit can bill at $6 per user per month. You can, depending if you're putting additional resources in there, you might want to think about increasing that dollar per user, but it's $6 per user per month. And you get a portion of that, a significant portion of that every month per user. And what is in that already? We already have almost 200 courses built into this learning management system for those for-profits to take advantage of. So there's no way, there's no additional buy there. Automatically, they get almost 200 courses to utilize straight out of the box. Chris?
No, I know we're running short on time, but I think it would be useful, Tiffany, to just let folks know how they can learn more about the LMS and how it can generate revenue for them.
What I'm hearing from you, Chris, is to stop talking. Got it. I've never been told I talk a lot. But anyways, yes, to get more information, go to empowerpeople.org. That's MPWRPeople.org, or contact me directly. TJ Greene with an E at the end. I am not the color. Just remember that. There's an E at the end. T standing for Tiffany, J for Joy, TJ Greene at empowerpeople.org. That's MPWRpeople.org. And we'll get right back to you. But again, we are so excited. We're thrilled. As you know, our tagline, Evolve Together. I don't think that tagline makes any more sense. It couldn't possibly make any more sense for this situation. So I'm excited to have Chris on board. I'm excited about this opportunity with nonprofits. Again, any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you, everybody.